Hello, future engineers. Here is a video on hydrostatic pressure on plane surfaces. This is just one problem. So I present two ways to locate the center of pressure also. Here is the problem. The vertical gate shown is an isosceles triangle in contact with water on one side only. Determine the force on this gate and its location with the lower end corner as reference. So here is the figure. Let's compute for the force which acts at the center of pressure, and let's locate the center of pressure with reference here. And we will call that the coordinates of the center of pressure as x sub Cp and y sub Cp. First, let's locate the centroid of area. The centroid of area is 1/3 of 2 from the top. So that's 2/3 as shown. That's the centroid of area, G. Then the vertical distance between the centroid and the center of pressure is denoted by E sub Vp. The general formula for E sub Vp is Igx, moment of inertia of area with respect to the centroidal x-axis, divided by area Hg. Then the entire formula multiplied by sine theta, where theta is 90 degrees for vertical gates, vertical plates. So it's just 1 because sine of 90 is 1. The horizontal distance between G and CP is denoted by E sub HP as shown, and the x coordinate of the center of pressure is denoted by x sub Cp. The y coordinate is denoted by y sub Cp as shown in the figure. So the the value of F which acts at the center of pressure as shown is gamma 9.81. Hg is 2 plus 2/3. So that's 8/3. This is 8/3. So specific weight of water, barred H or Hg times area. The area of the plate is 1/2 of 2 times 2. So it is 2 square meters. From there, we can now solve for F. It is equal to 52.32 kilonewtons. Now, for E sub Vp, formula E sub Vp equals, for the derivation of this formula, you look at the principles on hydrostatic pressure on plane surfaces. I derive this in multiple ways, general way. So it is Igx sine theta over area Hg. That's the force F. So E sub Vp I sub Gx sine theta over area of triangle Hg, which reduces to this formula here. Height of triangle square sine theta over 18 Hg. This is also derived in the lecture part. So you just go over with the derivation. So sine theta again is 1, height of triangle is 2. So Hg is this value, 8/3, 2 plus 2/3. So 2 square times 1 over 18 times 8/3. So E sub Vp is equal to 1 over 12 meters. Therefore, we can compute Y sub Cp now. It is equal to 2 minus 2/3 minus EVP. So Y sub Cp, 2 minus 2/3 minus 1/12. And it is equal to 1.25 meters or 5/4. Then, let's solve for E sub HP. It is equal to I product of inertia with respect to the centroidal xy axis. So Igxy sine theta over area Hg. That's the formula, Igxy sine theta over area Hg. Now let's derive the centroidal product of inertia of this orientation of the triangle as shown. So this is our strip Let's have horizontal strip for simpler expressions. So the centroid is here. X therefore, or x sub c is half of x. Then the distance from the origin to the centroid of that differential area is just y. So from the figure, y as to x or x as to y, so ixy equals integral of x over 2 y differential area x dy. The general formula is integral of xy dA, where x is the x-coordinate of the centroid of the differential element, in this case x over 2. Y is the y-coordinate of the centroid of the differential element, which is just y. And the differential area of the rectangular strip is simply x dy. The variable is y. So by similar triangles, y as to x equals h as to b. Since the variable of integration is y is h over b times x. Substitute ixy equals 1/2 integral of x square, and x square is by over h square. X is by over h, quantity square, because that's x square y dy. So simplifying, this is b square over 2h square. Of course, integral of y cubed dy is y to the fourth over 4. So b square over 2h square, quantity y to the fourth over 4 from 0 to h. So substituting limits, the value of ixy is b square h square over 8, and this is equated to igxy plus area xg yg. So b square h square over 8 equals igxy, area of triangle bh over 2. Xg is just b over 3, while yg is 2/3 of h. So we can now derive igxy. It is 1/8 minus 1 over 9, and therefore it is positive b square h square over 72. So take note that this is the same value for igxy when the triangle is oriented in this manner. This is the base on the x-axis, h on the y-axis. They have the same value, but it was negative when the orientation is like that. So that's why you don't need to memorize. You just always derive the formula. Now, because this is positive, the force should act here, because remember in the derivation, the y-axis is going down. The centroidal y-axis is going down. So for the moment of the force about gy axis to be positive, it should be here. So this is AHP. AHP therefore is that distance, which is 1/3 of 2/3, then minus, that is AHP. So x sub CP is 2/3 minus E sub HP, because the force is acting here. For the moment of the force about this centroidal y-axis to be positive, it should lie to the left by right thumb rule. So if it is negative, so the force should lie here to the right for that case. So that's the formula. What is E sub HP? The formula for E sub HP is I sub gxy sine theta over area hg. You'll just look at the derivation of this formula. So b square h square sine theta is 1 over 72. That's igxy. Then divided by area, the area of the triangle is 2, and this is hg. So solving for E sub HP, it is 1 over 24 meter. And since this is the location of CP, x sub CP is that distance, which is 1/3 of 2, 2/3 minus 1 over 24. So x sub Cp is 2/3 minus 1 over 24. X sub Cp is equal to 5/8 meter. So the centroid therefore is at center of pressure is at 5/8 comma 1.25, and 1.25 is 5/4 meter. So that's it. The other way, so that you won't be worried about the formula for E sub HP, especially IGXY for that orientation, you're not familiar with that. You may not be familiar with that. My suggestion is, once CP is located after computing E sub VP, you just compute the length of the line through that center of pressure after computing the length of the line through that pressure, because if the slip is horizontal, the pressure is uniform. So we have rectangular pressure distribution. Naturally, the centroid of the rectangle is half of that length of the over which it acts. So if the length of the uh, uniform pressure is L sub Cp, half of that is X sub Cp. And let's do it. So from the figure, L sub Cp as to Y sub Cp, Y sub Cp is a must because we're going to solve for E sub Vp. It is 1.25 or 5/4. So L sub Cp as to 5/4 or 1.25 equals 2 as to 2. So L sub Cp as to 1.25 equals 2 as to 2. So that means L sub Cp is 1.25, and therefore X sub Cp is half of that. X sub Cp is 1.25 over 2, or 5/4 over 2, or 5/8. So that's why the center of pressure by the easier approach is at 5/8 comma 5/4 with reference here. So that's it for this video.